So there's three main characters in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. This mythos jumps right into this current timeline that we're in. You have your Jade Foxes who poison the masters of the old age because they're bringing in a new age with a young rebellious spirit, and they're after the green destiny. That was the sword, the unbreakable sword that was held by Master Lee Mumbai. He was the original master of the green destiny. I believe is a sword with an emerald colored blade or emerald blade itself. So the weapon is what then? The heart. So the heart is weaponized in this age. It's the green destiny. The heart is actually a sword now. This is your Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. So you have those characters, but then you also have another movie that is similar that also speaks to this age. You have Hero, where Jet Li is the nameless hero, and you have two other characters. You have Flying Snow, who was jaded ultimately by the desire for power and rule by force. And then you have Broken Snow, who was originally for the same thing that Flying Snow was for. They had all conspired to destroy the emperor together. But for one reason, two of the main characters defected. One man defected twice. Broken Snow defected twice. He had his chance to slay the emperor. He had his chance to take down the world powers. But Broken Snow, or Broken Sword, he's led by compassion. He's what Jet Li called the artist. And it's the artist who convinces Jet Li to also sacrifice his life after getting as close to the emperor to let him know that he could have killed the emperor. And so when the emperor finally executes this man, he nearly cries. But he knows it is an edict that cannot be revoked, because this man came within 10 paces of him, being an enemy, right? Being led by vengeance. Ultimately, what this was for was two words: our land. What that symbolizes now in this age is the totality of unified thought. See, it's these things that cause us not to want to attack the powers that be, no matter what the circumstances are with the powers. We know that there are other higher forces at work where we don't have to get our hands dirty. We may have to get our minds dirty and our hearts dirty, as we might have to use those things as weapons, but it's not a physical war anymore. And you do have this expressed in a lot of physicality, because a particular warrior may be at a stage in this that they don't understand that the attack is a spiritual one, and the ultimate goal of this is for a higher peace, a higher form of peace. This is what we war for. We war for peace. Whether you're fighting things in your mind, whether you're fighting your past, whether you're fighting your present, whether you're fighting what you think your future's gonna be, you're still fighting for peace, for repose, for relief, for some respite, for some requiem. You know what I mean? For recess, to be released. So the Crouching Tiger and the Hidden Dragon is also tied into the hero. Check out the particular style of martial arts that took place. It was a lot of floaty and flying around, a lot of surreal, and this was intentional. This was to link you up to the subconscious mind. That's why it was very dreamy, floaty, very artistic, very surreal, a lot of liminal space, and a lot of suspended animation, so to speak, with the fight scenes, the choreography. So this points to really the fourth dimensional plane, the astral plane, with the floating and the dreaming. And when you check these movies out, you'll see that they're going into deeper meditations where they are in these altered scenes, altered states, where they're fighting battles in their head, but both men are meditating across from each other. You'll see this because this is telling you what this age is about. And I forget what the other guy's name was. Oh man, he was one of the baddest ones though. His name escapes me, but he was the one that had the spear that Sky. His name was Sky. That was the other one that staged his death to get the assassins closer to the Emperor. So he trusted Jet Li in advance. And Sky, he was nice with the spear. Had a spear with a big like yarn or rope that flayed. It was like feathery attached to it, which also had an artistic touch. And the funny thing is, they fought in the chess house. So you got the Masonic board all over again. The chess floor. Not so much a checkerboard floor, it's a chess floor. There's no whole bunch of pawns and then you get king to the other side. No, there's a king, a queen, a knight, a rook, and a bishop, and some pawns out there. This is a chessboard. That's a chessboard when you see black and white tile. That's a chessboard. It's not a checkers board. You're not jumping around. You're sliding around, angling. You know what I mean? You're angling. So this is part of what you have to do to maneuver in the astral realm. You have to think like a chess player, which is essentially to say you have to think for yourself and you have to anticipate the possible moves that can be made by others around you. And this is essentially what it means to think like a chess player, because you're thinking moves ahead and you have to consider different scenarios. This requires a lot of thought that's set aside, a lot of contemplative time where you're working things out in your mind. And this helps you to be sharp and keep your perspective on the chessboard, because in all reality, you're none of the pieces. You're the player who's moving the pieces. So again, it's Super T Sigma, a Sigma program, and I thank you for your time and attention. You already know reaching is teaching. If it takes 1 million videos to reach 1 million views, so be it. But in the meantime, know yourself for yourself. Namaste. Peace. And continue to vibrate high, people.